Alright, y'all, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be going over weekly analysis, or doing our weekly analysis, going through news this week. And can we do this? I love this, actually. So we're going to be going through news. We're going to see if we can just quickly go through, through some biases and maybe talk about what happened on Friday. So we're going to start off with news. So today is a Japanese bank holiday. So, I mean, nothing happens on these over the weekend anyways. We go down like to the hourly. Yeah, I mean, nothing's happening here. Keep it on the weekly for now. Tomorrow is also a bank holiday, which is going to be very interesting with how everything crashed on Friday and the Friday close. So this was Friday. If you are in the area or like in this space of day trading, you've probably seen it from everybody else, but Trump was tweeting about some tariff stuff and what China was going to do, and this is what happened to the market. So swept out fucking ton of liquidity and closed down here on Friday. So that was cool. Even got this one too. I mean, this is a month's worth of liquidity that is just gone. Trillions of dollars were flushed across, like, all the markets did this. You could see it on UJ here because the US currency was bad, but GU ended up going up because, well, it's GU against USD, so that saw some growth, which is pretty nuts. So Tuesday we've got Fed Chair Powell speaks, Bailey speaks, a lot of speakers for both GBP and USD. Yeah, so this is maybe a trading day, but depending on what happened, like, I don't even think you trade this week. Look at I mean, this is PPI. We don't trade PPI, FOMC, orange news, PPI, super volatile red news that we learn not to trade on. Yeah, this is nuts. And after everything that happened last week, couldn't even tell you what's going to happen. So it's going to be interesting watching how the markets move on Tuesday, which will be a good video. So we can just go ahead and, I mean, we could try and check our biases. Now, something very interesting about the US or UJ weekly trend is that it's in like a weekly retrace here, because in this monthly, there was this monthly fair value gap that got tapped through and came back down, almost swept liquidity again, created another monthly fair value gap, order block. I almost was just trying to chart out, like, which it's already kind of in it. You can probably see it here. So this is in this order block, and then I said, this is the move up. No, that's not what I wanted. This one could tap into equilibrium for this retrace. That would be nuts. Monthly fair value gap as well, which is getting hit, which was seen on the daily, reacting here. But this was also that Friday news. So I don't know, everything's kind of timed up with like higher time frame, like crazy higher time frame stuff. So just gonna leave that. UJ bearish overall, recent bullish trend. This is the daily. Weekly retrace, I believe, is what this is going to be. Maybe a potential. This is that liquidity sweep. Now we're going to see it come back down. Yeah, so I would say bearish Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Sorry. I'll try to make this quick. Bearish for UJ. Overall, higher lows or lower highs, excuse me. But and so like this is gonna see like this. This is even, so which is where it's gonna end up looking like this, and now like this as well. So it's gonna go into consolidation potentially, or that's where this retrace is gonna happen if it hits up here any further, or it doesn't need to go any further, and this is going to go further down. Which, let's see if it's gonna look the opposite. It should look the opposite on GU. So wonder if I can clear all these in one click. Still getting that lower highs trend going here. Still, that's monthly, weekly as well. Is now in like a bullish trend with sorta kind of got through there, and it started consolidating. But if we look really close, not so we don't get too far away. But that's big picture, you know. We want to look big picture to understand like where it's truly starting to look like. I don't think there's any like recent consolidation like that ended up looking like this. This is in the highs. There's consolidation. Remember, I'm trying to learn, so I'm just seeing it how I see it currently. Lower highs, higher lows still. A little bit zoomed in on the daily, which is these. So it's still like consolidating, and it's just tapping in between these. So we're probably going to see a little bit more consolidation before we see insane price action. Like this was March this year, March through April. That's nuts. The beginning of the year, especially with all this news happening. Who knows? 4 hour bearish, or just go to this one. Honestly, more recent trends, but still gotta look long term. So all this news is just fucking nuts. I really don't even know, especially with this news. Tuesday being the opening day, with after the bank holiday, news on Friday. Like, what are we doing? Nuts. So, yeah, we'll just make this one short and sweet. Just checking out the biases for the day, or for the week on high time frames. I think this is going to be a weekly retrace all day from the looks of it, and from like this being some monthly fair value gaps. Call this like an order block. Call this like equilibrium. How do we mark equilibrium to the downside? As soon as it retraces? Is there a weekly equilibrium? Oh, it would be here actually. Hold on. Weekly, a bearish equilibrium would look more like this. So start the downtrend. As soon as it starts to retrace, right there. That's what it should look like. Actually. With then giving us, I mean, that's all an order block in a way, but yeah, so I think this is just going to be a weekly retracement for UJ. And bro, I don't even know how to touch the indexes with the fucking highs. I mean, these are all-time highs. Like this is like, yeah. I mean, these are all-time highs with news that just smoked the market. And yeah, so now we have this big iniquity imbalance that's going to somehow need to get itself fixed eventually. Either long-term or short-term, or it's just going to keep going down when the stock market opens. We shall see. We shall see how the value of things comes out. Let me know your suggestions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and everything down below. If you want to join the Discord and just have a little bit more communication, everyone is free to join that as well. Trying to build the community where everybody can talk about what they want, do what they want, be about trading, gym, games, whatever you guys want to do in there. So getting a little group going. And yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take that for the weekly analysis that I'll watch all this happen so I can get used to seeing how news moves, and especially like PPI on Thursday will be good to study PPI. But man, this is pretty gross, especially with Friday, especially with this. Like, what are you supposed to do about that? Is there even a way you could have caught this? Surely, right? Liquidity sweep on Thursday. Movement down. Liquidity sweep number 2. News. Insane. But all this liquidity is swept, so it's gonna have to go somewhere. Low-key fabricated lows from the news and from Trump. So insane. But it's all right. We'll take a look at it Tuesday, and see how market opens. I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoy or just tagging along for the journey for now, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for more trading, but constantly uploading all the time, gaming and everything like that, streaming. So tap into those if you guys want to. I appreciate you. Peace out.